And we're live again. Hello all, hello world. This is day 177 of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler roll. Last time we did a little bit more cleanup work with trying to figure out, like, I guess, how to encode types. We ended up deciding that we should just get rid of the enum so we can support pointers, and we just have like a class-based type system now. And we can just like infinitely wrap pointer around wrap pointer infinitely around like the various different type classes, and like the idea is like it's like a decorator pretty much. This time we're gonna so I guess last time in that sense we've kind of wrapped up all of our data structure redesign. The big thing now is just doing all of the plumbing to get to a point where we have the middle end at least. And that's pretty much what we're going to be working on now. So yeah, there's two big files that we need to look at. The first one is this AST to HR thing, and the second is this HR to MIR thing. So let's start with the AST to HR, because I think this is where a lot of complexity will show up, and it's going to be annoying. All right, so we need to fix a lot of types as well. So this should be, we'll just auto this now. What's wrong with this? Get type is a reference. Can we just move this actually? Oh, we can. That's nice. And then we also need to move that then, I guess. Okay, I guess that kind of works. That's really cursed though, but good to see it works. We can kind of do the same thing here. We need this declare, and then we need to move type. Yeah, all of this stuff is kind of like relatively simple, just like replacement, but I'm sure it's gonna get a little bit annoying in a second, specifically here, or I guess with these visitors, because we can't just assume that all of these intermediate values are ints anymore. We can fix this though. This can be auto, and then we can std move. Wait, surround big word. There we. God damn it. Okay, there we go. First try. Let's see, what do we need to do here? Let's go to Blue Robot. Are you compiling to your own IR? Yes. It's very LLVM-like. Or like the optimizer IR is very LLVM-like, but HR is just like this desugared AST pretty much. I'm not sure why I made this in hindsight. I guess like the intent was to like deduplicate code and like maybe do some sort of analysis somewhere, but wow, the ideas got lost somewhere, so whoops. We need to move this as well. What's good, Niraj and Max? Good to see you all. I don't think I've seen you in a second, Max. Hopefully you've been doing all right. We need to move type here. There we go. So now we have some really annoying things to deal with here. So we need to unhardcode these intermediate types. So like terminal expr is not going to be fun. Call expr is fine. We just need to change this type from int. So we should just get this from the call, I believe. So we want like get. Actually, wait, Kali, I think? And then we want... Does this have a get type? What type is this? This is item identifier. Oh, that's really annoying. Oh boy. Okay, we need the type. We need to encode the type in call expr. Somehow. Yeah, okay, we've definitely made a mess. So So where does call expr even live? Or wait, Kali is, okay, this actually causes some really big problems. We're gonna need to figure out the type, but we don't encode it in call expr. I guess we could add it, but like, I guess we should add it in some capacity. Yeah, I guess the other question is like, maybe we should just encode type with expr, and then that might help make less of a mess. We'll worry about this in a second. I used to hate on Java after I learned C, since C was so much better for my style, but Java looks a lot more tidy. I guess that kind of makes sense. Like, the verbosity is kind of nice in a way, because what you see is literally what you get, in a sense. That's also why like I kind of like Rust's verbosity as well. But I definitely see where you're coming from. I think Java is probably fine. It has its uses. Okay, how do we make these exprs? That's pretty important. I guess this is in the parser, right? Yeah, this is gonna be very annoying to encode things. So we have like this expr thing. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. This is gonna be quite awful to figure out types for. Hello, I'm doing a WM as a big C++ project, but I never understood compilers as it is. How do you explain them on a basic technical level? I mean, I guess at its simplest, the compiler is just the program that translates code from one language to another, right? So sometimes you have like a Python to C compiler, for instance, or even, yeah, I guess that's like the more extreme example, but like canonically it's like some sort of like human readable language to some sort of machine language. So like C down to x86-64. Along the way, it also does some optimization. So like constant folding, maybe like reordering loops, just like stuff that doesn't change the correctness of the program, but potentially makes it faster / more efficient in some way. So that's kind of like my short explanation. How does it do it is just a big dictionary. How does it compile? How lengthy an explanation do I want to give? I guess I could pull up Paint on Net again. It's been a second since I've given this explanation. So canonically, we split it up into like, I guess 3 phases. There's the front end, we have the middle end, and then there's the back end. So the idea is the front end, so I guess the middle end has this language called an IR, or I guess an optimized IR, or a language that is designed for like analyses and transformations. And then the front end handles taking the source language, so we'll say like C here, and turning it into the IR. The middle end handles optimizing the IR, and then the back end handles turning the IR into assembly. So we'll do like x86. So this is like the basic chain. What happens in these stages, the front end does like basic like parsing. My handwriting is poor. It does like maybe some like language specific optimization somewhere here, but a lot of it is just like desugaring. So the idea is like we take things like if statements and we turn them into like go-tos with like compares. We take like for loops, while loops, we also do that to those. The idea is just to like simplify the language, get rid of, I guess like clear out some of the more user-friendly things, and turn them into the, I guess, lower level de-abstracted versions. And in the IR, there's a bunch of like analyses and transforms. So analyses, kind of like, I guess I'll write this out. Analyses and transforms. So analyses look through the code and basically, I guess, perform analysis over it, finding information about like, for instance, like which variables are, or like where a variable is defined and like where that variable is used, or if there are values that are only used but never written to, so on and so forth. Just generally garnering more information about the program, and then the transforms use that information to, I guess, make optimizations. So like if a variable is only assigned to from a constant value but never like reassigned anywhere else, we can just replace that variable with that constant value, for instance. And then the backend handles, I guess, all of the really messy stuff. So you have like instruction selection, where you take this IR that doesn't necessarily map one-to-one onto this, and you kind of do a little bit of finagling, and you get code that does the same thing, but I guess is closer to this I guess backend language. Then you have like register allocation, where you turn all of your variables into like physical registers, because we only have like 16 to work with, for instance, whereas you can have infinite variables. And there's like some other like small optimization stuff that happens here. And then there's like code gen, where you just like finish up and output actual code. Yeah, this was like a sloppier version of the like the general explanation that I usually give, but hopefully that like somewhat answers your question. There's not really like a one sentence way to really explain everything, just because, well, there's a lot of different steps and a lot of stuff that happens. So yeah. Okay, how do I encode this stuff? This is gonna be awful. This is gonna be really awful. We need to encode type somewhere. Register allocation, how does it work? There's a lot of different algorithms for it. The canonical one is like using graph coloring. So you can kind of generate a graph where between all of the variables and all of the registers, where each edge represents I guess values that are potentially used at the same time. So like if you have like C equals A plus B, you would draw an edge between A and B because they're both being used at the same time. And the idea is from there, the problem just becomes graph coloring. If you've like taken any like math or like discrete math class, you can just like use a graph coloring algorithm for that. But it turns out that's really slow because the problem's NP complete. So either you have to like come up with some sort of heuristic or like some less optimal solution to do it in somewhat quick of a time, or you take the more, I guess, generally more accepted approach, which is like you just use a greedy algorithm and call it a day, pretty much. There's a whole lot of theory on it. It's all pretty fun. Linear scan is what that's called, yeah. I haven't tried graph coloring yet. My JE's reverse linear scan. That's very fair. Let's get Scottish. Good to see you. Yeah, today's a little early because one of my friends wants to go to the gym at my usual stream time. So I will have to stream. I can't stream at my normal time, therefore, at least. I hit a button by accident. 1 second. Yeah. Okay, so we need to encode types. I don't want to encode types. This is the reason why I've held off on like implementing types. It's just like such a headache to figure out what's happening here. Yeah, this is rough. What's good, Aiden? Wait, compilers is right now? Oh, it's in 10 minutes, I see. Wait, that's pretty funny actually. Let me know how L1 goes. Or how Geisler's explanation of L1 goes. I don't want to encode types. This is really annoying. Yeah, how do I want to do this? Because we have like declarations. But I don't want to encode them at like the expression data structure. What's good, Harold? It's been a second. Classic polytime graph color and chordal graphs. Yeah, that one's also fun, but it might be a little outside of my pay grade still. Yeah, I don't know what to do for types in the front end. This is giving me a headache. Yeah, so there's two places, or I guess a couple places that this matters. They're all in here. So what happens if we just do int, just temporarily, or what if we just do that for now? Oh boy. Yeah, this is rough. Maybe we need to store some state. That might be the best way to do this actually. We store state in AST to HR, and then we figure out type from like the declaration that something comes from, or like some sort of mapping. This is freaking terrible, but we'll figure it out in a second. Let's make sure this compiles first. So we can do std make unique int, and then this needs to be a move. Okay, cool. So, oh man, this is gonna suck. This is really gonna suck. Okay. So we're gonna need to add another field to this slot pile. This is the worst choice I've ever made. I would like to undo the whole symbol table thing I've done. I should have just stored strings. That would have saved so much headache. What is internal counts again? Oh, I see. It's for labels. Okay. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah. How do we even go about doing this? I guess we could make like a type stack, I guess. Let's give that a try, I guess. So we want like, oh no. I'm so not excited to do this. Yeah, how do we want to structure this? Let's wish list this out. So we would start. Let's say we start by visiting a declaration. I think that's like the cleanest way to figure this out. So we have the type. And then, I guess we could like disassemble the type. Oh man. This is so annoying. Yeah, why did I think like nesting pointers was a good way to represent this? Like I know why, but like, damn. Oh man, the decorator just does not help. Okay, maybe I'll just add like a pointer level field and like get rid of like a lot of this stuff. Yeah, I don't know. How would I even want to figure out types for things? It's like, in the simplest case here, so we have like int star star star, or let's say we have int foo equals like 0. So we have like, or we could do like 0 plus 1. So then the way this would lower is like int t equals like, how do we figure out a lot of these expers? Or even just like this. That I don't think we need to worry a lot about, maybe. Yeah, we kind of just need to encode a lot of info. This is very annoying. I guess we could like keep a mapping of like variables. Man, types are hard. Types are really freaking hard. Yeah, I'm like bonking my head against the wall here. I don't know what to do. I actually don't know what to do. Why not just make an array instead of a map? What do you mean? Which thing? I guess if you're talking about like internal counts, it's because I cannot index by string. Yeah, how do we handle expers actually? I think that might give a better hint of what to do. So terminal exper should be like the least awful. I think we can assume that this is an int. Unless we're punching in like addresses by hand. I think that should be safe. Surely that's safe. Chosen to replace class with structs. I think that's fair. They're kind of one and the same. In like a, I guess, somewhat non-concrete sense. Oh man, this is awful. Yeah, I think we can just assume that this is an int, but like, can we assume this is an int? Yeah, I don't know. We definitely lose a lot of info somewhere, and that's causing some problems. Maybe we work backwards with the types from the outside. Like, where are you stuck? I'm trying to figure out how to figure out what types things are. I guess if we just like type a random number in, it's like, let's edit like temp.c. So if you have like int, I guess we have like 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3, or like int main. That's like, wait, that works? Yeah, okay. So I guess it just defaults to int. So what happens if we do like that? Okay, that's a long because it doesn't fit. So we're just gonna assume that it's an int then. Yeah, we'll just do that. I think that's probably safe for now. It will become a problem once we do like types proper. But I guess this kind of opens the door to that. Are you trying to implement the auto keyword? No. I'm trying to just figure out how to parse things, or like, yeah, I guess like if you just have like a naked number or like some variable, like I don't really know, I guess, what we can do with that. Are you not storing the type with it? Yeah. Because I did something really dumb with that. It was not a great way to go about it. Yeah, it was quite dumb actually. Is all this code public in the GitHub? Yes. It's been public for a while actually. Wait. What? Wait, what am I doing here? This is a terminal. What is a terminal again? It just has an atom generically. Okay, so we can't actually assume a type then. So I guess if we should check so that like if it's just a raw number, then it's probably int. And then like if it's a variable, we can probably like just make a mapping as we go, I think. That's probably the least awful way to do this, I think. And it's gonna suck, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Storing the type of the variable, yeah. I think that might have been a smart thing to do, but it's a little bit late for me to do that. So we're just gonna roll with this. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. Let's do stood unordered map. Let's just make this. Let's add more state to the problem. So we want unit 64 t to stood. Where do we want type? I think. Oh, we need a way to like clone type. Yeah, okay. We can do type star, I think. I'll just do that for now. Are you applying for jobs? So the thing is, I'm like not looking for full-time right now, cause my upcoming summer is like internship summer, and I have a compiler-related internship lined up. But the upcoming year, I will be looking for full-time positions. In a sense, I am kind of dragging the series out a little bit, but you know, so it goes. Okay, let's keep figuring this out. So I guess if let's do this. Why not make a new language? Because I want to grow the subset of C, and also like C is fun to benchmark against. So I can like, the idea is then I can like benchmark it against like production compilers, and that's a lot of fun. I feel like I remember doing quite internship. That's for this upcoming summer. So if assign is int is number or variable, yoink the type, else we want to assume int. Isn't quant the big money? Yes, it very much is. Okay, let's look at this more closely. So, if I declare get value, what? Wait, what? Make temp Wait, where the hell is E? Man, my chat is disconnecting so much. I don't know what's going wrong. Okay, so this is where E comes in. Oh, I see. Those are literally variables. Okay, yeah, so this is fine. Okay, let's move this down. So declare is fine. I think that should be pretty straightforward. And then assign value is gonna be annoying. What is resolve use scope? We make an atom. Alright, I guess we probably should put this up here. So auto, we want like E type, or I guess, so we want like E get atom. Or we want to dynamic cast this, I guess. Or we want E, I guess, identifier. So we want like, we want to dynamic cast to atom identifier. It's like that. I think that's what we want. What is wrong with this? Putter. Okay, so we can do that. And then if it's not an identifier, then it's a literal. Handle other types. But here we can just or we could just default it to int. Right? We can just do that. We'll just leave that there for now. Yeah, we should probably else. We'll just start with int, I think. Actually, no, we want std unique putter to type. Can we do that? And then we can do type equals that. Or yeah. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll just do that. And then we can figure out this else block. So this is a pointer. So here we want to copy the type of E. How do we copy this though? This is really annoying. Yeah. Is this your first compiler? I've done one for a class before, but this is the first one I'm building like completely from scratch. What's good, Skills? It's been a second. Yeah, because we can't just move the type. I would like to copy the type in some capacity. Also, Scottish, I see your question in Discord. My GitHub's linked in the description. Life looking crazy now. I finally just caught a break. Nice. Good to hear. Or at least the break part is good to hear. Maybe the rest is a little less ideal, but good to hear you're at least surviving. How the hell do we copy this type? Did you write the Lexer parser by scratch? I used a parser generator because I was lazy. But it turns out it was a little bit of a headache in and of itself. Okay, so we want, what do we want here? We want like type mappings at var declare get value, I think. Yeah, so we want that. We want to assign that to, No, we should just like find something to copy type. Yeah, this is so annoying. Yeah, I guess we could just give it, what? Type get? Like that. And that avoids a lot of like immediate spurious copies. I've never written much C or C++, ever custom types. Yes, you can declare classes, you can declare like aliases. How's the project been since you returned? It's been hell. It's just a lot of like, it's just a lot of plumbing and a lot of like looking at my past design choices and being like, why did I do this? Yeah, so I wanna print this type. We'll worry about that in a bit, at least. Are we gonna worry about this in a bit? Let's just do like type. Let's see. We want like clone type or get, or we want identifier. Oh wait, we have a is identifier actually. So we can actually just yoink that. So we can just not this, right? Yeah, we can get rid of that actually, and that's nice. Oh, wait, so we want type mappings at get atom get value. Yeah, so this is an identifier, so we want like, we can just do like clone type for now. We'll just, this isn't going to exist yet, but we'll implement it later. So what is like type mappings? Do you have classes that support the compiler? I'm not sure what you're asking, to be honest. Like type is a class, if that's what you're asking. Did you learn CS at university? Yes. C++ by far the most preferred PL for compiler rules. I think generally speaking it is, or at least for the areas that I'm looking at specifically. Yeah, it's kind of all over the place. This clone type thing is I guess we can just call it clone. We'll make it a thing eventually, but for now we'll just like wish list it in, and it will be great. Why are you trying to copy the type? Because it's an object in a unique pointer, so I can't just like, since it's a unique pointer, only one thing owns it at a time, and that means I can't. The upshot of that is I can't just like move the type because I also need it somewhere else. So yeah, I need to copy it because there might be like a nested pointer, for instance, and that doesn't really cleanly just like construct, because I need to figure out like how nested it is. So I'm probably just gonna like figure out what to do with it later. Yeah. Maybe I should just make like a pointer level field and then like do operations on that. Yeah, maybe this was a little bit short-sighted now that I think about it. I don't know. We'll see if we might try it out later, but that's not really like a primary concern at this moment. Right now I want to make sure all of this at least works. So here we have another problem, which is, what is the type of that? Oh boy. Do we make this visitor once? Yeah, so we just make that once. So we can just encode the function stuff into it as we go, I think. Yeah, let's do that. So we're just gonna like, oh man. This is getting really unwieldy. So we have type mappings, or I guess, let's do like var type, or var type mappings. And then we can do function type mappings. Or yeah, we can do that, I think. And real quick, let's fix clear result. Here we want to send your percentages on Discord. C++ is your best. It doesn't mean a lot. It just means in my repositories there's a lot of C++. Yeah. Any plans to support structs? Oh yeah, that's gonna make a mess. Yeah. I'll worry about that when I get there. I think we're just gonna like do this the like most popular wrong way, and then we're gonna figure out why it's bad. It's gonna be painful, but I think I'm gonna learn the most concretely from it. For better or for worse, I think we're just gonna have to deal with it. Yeah, that's gonna be rough. Damn. I don't think there's a better way to do this though. At least with like C++. Yeah, this is kind of just doomed. We can deep clone a value inside. Yes, but the problem is like it's a bunch of like recursive. It's a I guess nested unique pointers. So then you would also have to apply that inside as well, I think, and that just makes a mess. Take care, Scottish. Oh man, this is getting rough. Okay, well we have the type here, and we have variable. Let's fix this at least. I think this is a good start. We can do var type mappings at variable. We want get value. What's this font and theme? The font is JetBrains Mono, and the theme is Tokyo Night. Oh man, I hate this. How would you go about building a full stack project when you're still a beginner? Just like follow a tutorial, just to get the hang of things, and then use what you learn from that tutorial to make something completely new. I would try to use AI as little as possible early on, but I think eventually it's a nice tool that you want to get practice with at some point. Yeah. We should do that. And then we should also do that here. All right, now we get to have fun. Now we get to have a lot of fun. Oh boy. I think this should be fine. Yeah, we can just assume that this will work once we get there. We can map it. Paren is fine. I think call. Yeah, that should be fine. That's just like a ordering thing. Call is gonna be kind of annoying. I think we can just do like oh boy. Okay, wait, let me just double check this real quick. We do need a mapping for the new temporary. I think it's fine. So here we also have a temporary. Shared pointer would have been better. Maybe. Shared pointers kind of like make a mess as well though, because you also need to worry about like I guess weak pointers, I think it was called. The way I did it, I had only one instance of any type descriptor. Oh, I see. So you had a managing thing for it. Oh, I should do that. Oh, that would be smart. And then I could like stick it in the symbol table, the god awful symbol table that I quote unquote symbol table that I have. It's just a big ownership box. I should rewrite it to do that eventually, but yeah. God damn it. Yeah, I'll probably do that eventually. But until this causes problems, I mean, we can just do this, right? Okay. So we need type. So we should put type here. Or we can just like auto type here. Type equals e get callee. Oh wait. Oh, this is not gonna be standardized. That's really annoying. Create unscoped identifier. We should just do that. Yes, auto. We can do that. Or we can just do callee. We can put callee here. Right? Is that fine, or do we need to move it? Yeah, we need to move it. Okay. Okay. Get value is key. So we want. Oh my god, this is actually just so poorly designed. It's very obvious that this was my first attempt. Let's do function type mappings at that. We want to clone, I think is what we called it. Yeah, so we want to make clone. This is gonna be awful. Unreop is gonna be really funny. Yeah. Yeah, what even changes type-wise with this? Yeah, so we can't do it like this anymore. We need to make a temporary. Oh man. Wait, does this even work? What? Wait, okay. I need to figure out how I did some of this again. So make a temporary. I guess it's kind of good that we don't have a type attached to it. And then assign. So we make that. Oh, I see. We make 2 copies of it, pretty much. Because we need to declare it and then we need to assign it. Yeah, so here we need to make a temporary now. So now we need to do this, I believe. Right? Wait, what? Yeah, we're in like confusion land again. Yeah, so we're just gonna bloat our code more and just pray that it's fine. I think surely this will not cause any issues. So we have a declaration, we have an assign. So we need to make the declare. And we need to like do something with the type, presumably. Instead of this, we need to, I think we can just hard code this. So we want like switch on e get op, I believe. We need to yoink that from here. Let me do that. I'm not sure why I'm doing a switch block here, actually. I could definitely like ternary operator this, because we have 2 types. But like, actually no, we can't do that, because address and deref. Wait, what is the thing called? Unary op. What are we missing? We're missing not. And then we're missing deref. Yeah, okay. Then we can break. We'll just break something here. Surely it's just safe to turn. Okay, so not should just be int. Plus minus, we need to yoink the type from before. Are you using NeoVim? Can you explain how it works and how to set it up? Yes, I'm using NeoVim. No, I don't think I can explain it in like one sitting. I would not recommend it for beginners. I would recommend you just use VS Code, to be honest. Oh man, this is awful. Okay, we should probably just like, deref should be putter okay, let's do address first because this will be the easier one. So you make unique, and this is a putter type, and then we give it type. Yeah, so we can do that. So this one is more annoying, so we want putter equals something. And then we can do type equals putter, like get base, I believe. Or we can like std move it. So this should be static cast to putter type. Or we should dynamic. We'll just assume the code is safe. Like dynamic cast it. And if it's a null pointer, it'll crash and it'll be fine. What is wrong with this? Oh, type get. What's wrong? Oh. Is that fine? That's fine. Okay. Primogen has some VI scripts. Yeah, I think that's probably a good place to start as well. Good call. What's the QAnon? Okay, so we should figure out what this type is. I think this is this is where the hell really begins. Oh man, type inference is freaking difficult. I think that's all I've learned from this experience. I just hate grr. I hate type systems. Why do we have to have type systems? Okay, let's figure out what type this is supposed to be. So we want... We have value. From last expr. Yeah, see, like the only type is int would just make everyone's life so much easier. Like let's just get rid of everything, honestly. Like actually. I'm starting to sound like a Python dev. Okay, let's do var type mappings at value get value. Yeah, so we can do that. Or clone. We want to clone that type. I hit Q. God damn it. Okay. So that's good. That should all be fine then. If it's plus or minus, we just keep the same type. Or unary plus. No. No, all of these are int. Right? I think those should just all be int. If it's an address, we denest it. Or we nest it one layer. If it's deref, we denest it one layer. Okay, now we need to... Oh boy. We can do that. That's all fine. We need to add the type to the type mapping. Var type mappings at var declare. No, what am I doing? Get value. That is type get. Okay, so we've made forward progress. Have we made forward progress? I don't feel like we've made forward progress, but like we kind of have, but also like we kind of haven't, you know? I believe we forgot to set the mapping somewhere here. Yeah, because we have a declare. So we want like var type mappings at type or oh man. At var actually let's just yoink it from down here, right? That should work. Yeah, okay. If you only want to do ints and putters, want to carry along a number of pointers deep. That's what I was thinking initially, but I thought about like, or this nesting was my first idea. And then I thought about like doing number of pointers deep, but and Harold is kind of just right that like that doesn't really support like structs very well. So, or at least I think it would make more of a mess with structs. I also don't know how like it would play out with a lot of my other design decisions. I think this is like the most intuitive off the top of my head, so I'm just gonna go with it and pray that nothing goes terribly wrong. Oh man, something is about to go terribly wrong. Oh man. Oh man, okay. Fuck, okay. I guess this is fine, right? We don't have a temporary here. We can probably assume that this is, no, we can't assume this is correctly typed, right? Surely we're not adding pointers. Oh, we might, okay. How about we just to do this? Figure out the details for this. Oh yeah, this should be a deref anyway. We'll make clone a thing in a second. Or not a deref, arrow operator. Access operator? I don't remember what it's called. Okay, let's clone. Let's figure out how to clone. Yeah, I'm in super hell. I'm actually just in super hell right now. So your keyboard doesn't have EM interference if you keep your phone too close? Damn, that sounds very rough. Sure. No, I don't care about Acrobat. Let's do unique putter type. This should be clone. And then let's just paste this down here. Let's paste that there. And then let's go here. Let's throw that there. We went to return stud unique putter, or wait, no, wait, make unique. And that's an int. And then we need to do with pointer now. Oh boy. We can just do putter, and then we give it base clone. Yeah, this is very boring, but it should be fine, and that should be fine as well. Right. Something's still going to explode, but I hope it's not an AST to HR. Okay, it is not an AST to HR, which is fine. Oh man. Okay, the rest of this is probably a lot more bearable though. It's all in HR to MIR. And a lot of this comes, oh wait, I forgot to do one thing. I just realized. It's at the bottom here. We forget to update the mapping, but we need a helper function for that. So this should be, let's make like add or void add function type. Oh man. Yeah, this is terrible. This is truly awful. How do we want to encode this? I guess like map function type? I guess we call it that. Let's do it here so we can support like recursion, right? I think we're gonna need to if we're doing this thing. Yeah, we need to do it up here. So what do we want? Let's actually put it after name. So we want what, name type? Or what, type.get. What type is name again? Am I blind? Oh, we need to implement that still. Let's just take atom identifier star. I guess we can call it function, and then we can do like I guess like callie, yeah, function. We'll just call it function. We'll give it like type star type. Yeah, that looks good. And then we can put it on our little slot pile. So that goes up here. Do that. Is that fine? Get. There we go. So then we just want function type mappings at function get value. So that equals type. And easy as that. Turns out designing high-speed hardware is kind of difficult, so you don't have EMI issues. Yeah. I mean, that is definitely a domain I do not know a lot about. So I imagine there's a high degree of difficulty there. Okay. So that is the one thing that I missed. I think that should be everything now, though. Now we need to actually mess with all this stuff. But this is a lot easier now because of the way we've done this. Right, we can do that, I think. Yeah, okay. Oh, we need to update a lot of stuff, actually. Okay, that should be safe at least. We need to fix add parameter. I think that will help a little bit. Here we can just take a pointer, I think. Specifically everywhere where we have a type, I guess, actually. Actually not middle end type, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so add parameter should have type star, I think. Yeah, and that's fine. We can do that. Oh man. Oh, this is... Oh. Okay, this will be a later problem for us to fix. we can't make everything an int anymore. Oh man, this is in a lot of places. So when I get type to mir, that's fine. Oh man. We're going to encode so much more info. I'm not happy with this. I'm very not happy with this. There's so much plumbing to do. Oh boy. Yeah, not everything's an int anymore, huh? That's very annoying. We might have to just encode the data again. And it's like slop. Well, at least this is fine. We can do that simply. Yeah, actually we do encode stuff a little bit better, huh? This resolve atom stuff is not gonna work as well, I think. Oh man. Fuck my chud life. Yeah, I don't know how I'm doing this. Let's just make everything an int for now, and then we'll worry about the consequences of that later. Let's just do like define temp int. Let's do this as like wait, why did I do it like this anyway? Alright, we can just do like what is the middle on type again? Some type? Yeah. Let's do that for now, I guess. And just do temp int. Why do I even wait? Why am I even trying to use a macro for that? I'll just do that. Right? I'm gonna go insane? Yeah, that works. Okay, we'll just do that, and then we'll resolve this as we go. Okay. Let's see if this builds. If this builds, it'll be alright, I guess. I'm really scared for what it's gonna do, though. Uh-oh. So we're already sec faulting. That's not good. That's really bad. let's just give it like the basic input. Let's give it putter. Oh man. Where could we possibly have messed something up? Stack Overflow. Oh. Why is there Stack Overflow in the parser? What? Okay, I'm dropping frames again, of course. I don't know why Xfinity keeps doing this to me. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh man. Yeah, okay. The stream quality is just gonna be rough, unfortunately. I don't know why Xfinity is like doing this to me. This really sucks. Guess front end parser. Man, I hate Xfinity. I actually just hate Xfinity right now. This keeps happening. It's fine all of last year, and then this year it's just like eating crap and dying. Okay, the bitrate's going back up. But I'm dropping more and more frames, which is really bad. Okay, well, I hate everything. Okay, we're just gonna throw this in an LLM at this point. I'm very fed up with everything. Hello? I think it's a sign. I think it's a sign I really should just call the stream. Like, hello? I don't know. This is just rough. I'm gonna try and look through this. I don't really know how I'm gonna debug this. Oh wait, it loaded. Recursion. Oh, I see. Maybe okay. This is probably a parser. Maybe let's just give it this. Did I mess it up? Oh. Wait. So how does this... Wait. Yeah, I hate my Wi-Fi. This is actually just like ruining my day. Okay, so that's not the right type of recursion. Oh, I see. Okay. So this should be sequence. So ignorable asterisk. And then instead of SOR, this is a sequence of type int. or yes, we want int type for sure. And then we want peg tool star. And we want potentially multiple type putter. I think that's the correct way to write it. Man, parsers. Freaking parsers. Okay. Still looks like false. Oh man. How are we missing something? Terminal expert. Okay, OBS keeps like flashing this thing as like yellow, and it's like really annoying me. Like, yes, well, like yes, I know, like you're not getting enough video. What do you want me to do about it? And then it like disappears, and like I'm gonna crash out. I'm actually gonna tweak. Like, there's literally nothing I can do. Okay, well, at least it parses correctly now. Let's commit some stuff. Time to run Ethernet? I'm already running Ethernet. That's the worst part. Like, I actually just can't do anything. Like, it's just doomed. What do we change here? Let's add type. We got or add clone to type. Yeah, this is rough. This is freaking rough. Let's start looking here. So we're segfaulting in a terminal expert. Where are we segfaulting? Wait. The hell? 273. Here. What? It says here? Our E is a null pointer? Get atom. Get value. Oh. Wait. What? Wait, this is just the same. Why did I even implement it like that? That's so dumb. Why is that a null pointer? Did I forget to set it? It's back? Oh, clutch. Okay. One second. So this is a null pointer. We have an identifier somewhere that we're just dropping. What are we doing? I don't understand my code anymore. Okay, let's let's see, how do we want to do this? Instruction? Right, no, let's edit the test. That's what we should do. Do you find interpreters or compilers easier to develop? They're like different problems, I feel like. I don't think it's really something you can like definitively say one is easier than the other. Oh my god, I forgot to add the parameters. That's why. I see. Okay. Yeah, okay. So okay, that makes a lot of sense. So we need to oh man. Oh man, okay. Okay, let's make a helper function for this anyway, I think, right? Because we have a lot of this, like, boilerplate. Or I guess we could do... We have map function type. We should just do, like, void AST to HR visitor map variable type. And then we can just do the same thing here. And do that. Var type mappings. Do that. Let's do that. And so that should be var. Let me do that. What is wrong with it? Oh, function doesn't exist anymore. Okay, we do that. Semantic analysis or converting AST to IR. I guess yeah, I'm like converting the AST to IR in a sense. You can, I guess the term for it is like lowering. What is wrong with this? Ah, whoops. There we go. So now I have this map variable type thing, which is helpful because now we can use that. Down here. So we want the map variable type. So we need, oh man. Something, and then we want param type get. And then we want param name. We'll just do that. And then we can yoink that. We can do that. What type is this? Unique pointer. We can do that. We can do that. Or get value. Or wait, no, we can just do get, right? And what's wrong with this? Oh, forgot the semicolon. Okay, sure. So I think that should fix everything now. But real this time. Surely we will stop segfaulting. Okay. Still segfaulting. Where is it segfaulting? AST to HR 277. Where the in the scope? Okay, wait. Scope is fine. Declaration assign is fine. Once again in the terminal. This is the same place. Why is it still segfaulting? Okay, let's try this again. Let's give it like let's just do foo equals 1. What happens if we just do this? Okay, so it is just on this. So foo doesn't exist? That's what's missing? Are we serious right now? Oh man. That doesn't make sense. Let's just do like, we'll just do it like that. So the unary ups are recursing fine, it looks like. So it's on the terminal once again. So it's still somewhere here that's a null pointer. Let's do that. And if that fails, then something different is happening. 278, so it's still here. So it's get value, I think, that is breaking. Why is get value breaking? Or Adam is a null pointer? Pop the debugger? I could do that, yeah. I don't want to, though. Wait, what the Wait, this doesn't make any sense. Maybe we try that. I really should just run it through the debugger, but I'm lazy. So we're just gonna do it like this. 278 still. Oh, so it's clone that's breaking. I guess that would explain why we haven't caught it. What are we missing here? Why is there a null pointer somewhere? Huh. This should be fine. I don't see why this is borked. Oh, wait, wait. Yeah, my make uniques are wrong anyway. Or my make unique is fine, right? Oh wait, no, this is fine, yeah, I'm stupid. Not the array indexing. It probably shouldn't be the array indexing because we're... actually. Yeah, that's a good question. We should be adding foo. Are we adding foo? Wait, you're so right, actually. Map variable type. This is the old, no, we have, so this is the new name, so that should be fine. Param type should be correct. That looks like it should be good. And then we do the body here. Wait, $3.99. Wait, what? Wait, oh no, we added a line, I see. Wait, did we add a line? I'm going insane. None of this is making sense. Add return if missing. No, it's definitely not getting in there, so that's fine. So revisiting the scope. This here. That should be the deepest level, at least. Well, we can check the indexing. Yeah, I'm like sort of trying to split it up. So let's yoink that instead. Okay, 278. So it's still here. So it is just the clone then. Or I guess maybe this is. What if we run .get or at instead? Am I getting bracket operator noob momented? Is that what's happening? Yeah, that's what's happening. Okay. The bracket operator is pranking me. Okay. So it's not there. Why is it not there? Oh, because we're using E. Duh. Wait. No, that should be fine. Or we need to make the identifier, I think, is what we're missing. Unless we want to just... Yeah, we need to make the... Yeah, okay, I see. Okay. Okay, let's do... So E, or we want like resolve, use scope, or we want to yoink this, right? I guess like yeah, we'll clean this up later. And by later, I mean probably tomorrow. Because I don't want to do this today. I just want this to work right now. Let's just do our prev. Yeah, I was using the old map values, not the new map. So that should work, right? Surely that works now. What just happened? Yo, what just happened? Okay, what happens if I just run it? What happens if we run dump AST? Or emit AST? That looks correct. Let's undo those changes. Okay, that looks fine. Yeah, that looks correct at a glance. And then Ishire? Okay, this is interesting. So we make bar. We have an int that, okay, so we copy that. This is correct. And then that looks correct. And okay, that's, yeah, sure. I know it's messy, but it looks fine so far. The types look correct. Yeah, that looks like it does what we want it to. What happens if, okay, let's do Baz. So this should be int star star Baz equals address of bar unbar, or actually we can just deref Baz, right? Okay, this looks fine so far. We're just gonna need to we're gonna need to do more plumbing and it will be fine. Okay, so we verified bar one is fine. So we make Baz. Make a temporary. I like to avoid this sort of reassign stuff. I think it's kind of inevitable. And it's gonna get optimized away anyway, so who cares? Wait. Yeah, that looks fine. Yeah, okay. We traverse the thing properly. How far can we go? Foo bar Baz. Quux. That's not Quux. So we want address of Baz, and then star Quux. Does that work? That works, okay. So we're missing a lot of other plumbing work. Let's do int star turn putter. And do int. We're just gonna make a mess here. We'll just. Yeah, I know this is gonna yell at me, but it's fine. And that does work. That does technically work. For better or for worse, it does work. Very cursively. make V. Right, we make foo1. I should fix this specific thing. That's pretty awful. Yeah, I don't need a type for that, huh? We could probably skip some lines here and there, but that's a future concern. Let's make a footer. It's the address. Sure. Okay. We will clean this up at some point. This is fine. And it gets the type correct. Okay. So we also need to fix HR to MR eventually, but that's a later issue. Add more to tests or footer test. Let's add AST. We're from AST successfully. Okay, now we're in hell. We're in hell again. Because we need to figure out what the hell to do with this thing. So if we get rid of this, we have 5 places where we hard code it, and it's not good. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Yeah, we need a type. We need a type regardless. And so that's like one of the things we need to figure out. And the other thing we need to figure out is what to do with deref and address. Yeah, we'll figure this out next time, I think. Yeah, I think this is a pretty reasonable place to end today's stream, though. Thank you all so much for showing up today. If you haven't already, like the stream, sub to the channel. While you're at it, check out the description. My Discord is down there. Join there to get pinged when I go live and chat with everyone else in the community. Yeah, aside from that, LinkedIn and GitHub are also down there, and my GitHub sponsors is down there if you wish to support me financially. Yeah, that's about it. Take care, y'all. Take it easy, and I will see you all tomorrow.